You know, everybody wants to give Biden a hard time, right? Oh, Biden this, Biden that. And everybody say, oh, Biden's polls numbers are down. First of all, I was a Bernie supporter, but I am very satisfied with my brother Biden, who I used to consider a neoliberal. He's moved quite a bit to the left. He's still not as left as we would want him as progressives, but he's done quite a few good things that we really like. But his poll numbers are down. Again, a lot of things are not going right in people's eyes. Not his fault, but they're not going right. So people take it out on the president. And I feel exactly the way that Michael Moore feels. I want to play that for you. Then we'll take it on the other side.
5 years from now, that's not how you're going to remember the honeymoon. You're just bummed in the moment. And I think that these polls out today showing him, his approval rating going down, it's only because Americans are in the midst of this chaos right now, not just the end of the war in Afghanistan, but all the stuff that happened in the last couple of weeks, the hurricanes, everything. When you got a lot of bummer stuff going on, people aren't going to give happy answers to the pollster. But the honeymoon's not over. And in fact, I can say that Joe Biden has gone up in my approval rating in these first 7 months that he's been in office.
Let me ask you, since you are a documentarian, do you think when history looks back on all of this, Michael, that the way we exited Afghanistan will be more of a footnote than an exclamation point to Biden's legacy?
That's a good way to put it. Yes, that's exactly what it'll be, a footnote 5 months from now, 3 months from now. I think what we're going to see is, wow, how was it that he got all those people out without one of them being killed by the Taliban, without a single plane being shot down? How did he do that? And while he was doing it, increase the food stamps to all the poor of this country, cut child poverty in half. So many things happened during this last month because we're consumed with Afghanistan. The fact that he eliminated college debt for all disabled Americans. So if you're disabled, your college loans have been just forgiven during this time of chaos in Afghanistan. There's so many little things like that. And we don't talk about them. But I think, he should get the credit for this because he had the guts to say, no, that's the end of this. He had the guts to do it. Nobody else had the guts to do it. And he's a badass in that way, that he will just do what he thinks is right. And he will do what he thinks is the moral choice.
So now, for those of us that are very progressive, we wanted that war in Afghanistan shut to hell down. Barack said he was going to do it. Never happened. In fact, they increased, he followed the generals and increased the amount of people that were there. So it turned out that he did it. When it came to the rescue package, we could not dream that he would have let go over $1 trillion in 1 year for the for the rescue package. And we can go on and on and on for the things that we would not have expected out of a neoliberal. And he did it. He did it. That's why Ocasio-Cortez came out and said, yeah, he turned out much better than we are. And of course, the ultra-left went berserk that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez came out and said, yeah, Biden is working out pretty well so far. And with the $3.5 trillion, if that goes through and he pushes hard to get that through, that is nothing that we would have expected out of a neoliberal either. We would not have expected that. So, we want more. Don't get me wrong. And it's not as liberal and progressive as we would want it. There's a hell of a lot more capital that needs to come back to the middle class because it was stolen for decades after decades after decades. But this kind of a start from a neoliberal, I am sorry. I am very, very happy compared to how I felt when I felt that I had to vote for this guy that was just going to be a placeholder. I expected my vote for Biden to be simply a placeholder. Now, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of progressives that want to have my head because I say a few nice things about Biden. Some of them even want to have my head because I support his mandates. They want to have my head because I support some of the things that he's doing. But you know what? I think I'm sufficiently pragmatic to know what all of us here want and understand that until we, all of us, do the work to make more Americans vote in their interest to elect the people that are willing to do this, we have to do what we're doing. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.